I did a video on the tariffs a while ago, and it has gotten some very interesting attentions from the audience online and other media outlets. One of them posted this in the comment section. A bit graphic, I'm warning you. I'm not exactly sure about the meaning here, but I think it reflects how people think about the tariffs. Flashy, explosive, and short-lived. Many people believe tariffs are not sustainable in the long run. In the anti-tariff declaration signed by Nobel laureates and prominent economists, it says the current administration's tariffs are motivated by a mistaken understanding of the economic conditions faced by ordinary Americans. We anticipate that American workers will incur the brunt of these misguided policies in the form of increased prices and the risk of a self-inflicted recession. Over the past several weeks, I have observed that many countries are basing their strategies on it, hoping that the Trump administration will give ground as time goes by because it's no longer politically sustainable. Japan, for example, was swift to appease the Trump administration at first. Its Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba was only disappointed that Japan was not exempt from the reciprocal tariffs when they were announced, and within days of the announcement, 2 senior officials were sent to the United States to prepare for the tariff talks. The effect of all that submissiveness and rushing to negotiate were then quite forcefully negated. On April 14th, Prime Minister Ishiba said that his country does not plan to make big concessions and won't rush to reach a deal. Several days later, Japan's top tariff negotiator, Ryosuke Akazawa, returned from Washington with a simple message: we're not going to make a quick deal. It's difficult to say how long it will take to bridge the gap. You should know, that came after Akazawa met directly with US President Donald Trump in the negotiation, whose presence was described as a sign that the US wants to speed up the negotiations. Maybe something could change in the next couple of weeks. But so far, the White House hasn't succeeded in reaching any deals with any of its trading partners. Remember, these are bilateral negotiations, with the United States, the world's top economy, channeling all its economic strengths into coercion. That's saying something about where the world stands. Few, if anyone, is rushing to a deal, except for those in the White House.
We used to talk about tariffs the way I imagine they talk about leeches in medical school, saying, can you believe they ever did this? So I don't know what the end game is here, other than somebody who believes he's a great deal maker and can go country by country and figure out a better deal. But we've lost so much credibility that I think the structural long-term damage here is really significant.
I would like to caution against people betting that the Trump administration could let the tariffs go. Tariffs is more than an economic tool. It's a political identity. The core of Trump's popularity isn't based on a rational deliberation of policies. It's a feeling of empathy between him and the people who felt ignored or sold out. There are many manifestations of it. Border security is one, fentanyl, and yes, tariffs. That makes the concept of tariffs not about economic well-being or prosperity, but the sense of I get you and I'm behind you. That's why you see they were imposed on penguins and seals. That's why you see they were imposed on countries that have a trade deficit with the US. When the News Corp Australia reported on my previous tariff video, it specifically highlighted the sentence I said. In the war of attrition, you don't outlast China. America will buck first. I think they've put the emphasis on America will buck first. But it was the war of attrition that was the most important part. This isn't going to be something that could have a short-term resolution. It's not wrong for countries to want to drag this out and see which way the wind blows. But don't think of this tariff mess as an explosive fart that dissipates quickly. This is going to be drawn out. The Trump administration isn't going to really back down easily. So negotiate if that's what's best for you. But do that with a rock in your hand. And keep one eye on the lookout for opportunities elsewhere.